Came out here and showed, what I had to show. I put in the work for this, and I feel like it was a solid day. So, looking forward to the rest of this process, and just continue to work.
41 and a half vertical. By our count, that would have been better than anyone at the combine. What does that say about the game that you bring and the style of receiver page?
Explosive. There's a stat. I led Power 5 receivers in gains over 20 plus yards, I think it was. So that's my game. I'm a guy that can go up and get it. I'm a deep threat as well. So contested catches. It just speaks to who I am as a player, and it's explosive.
Jared, were you surprised you didn't get a combine invite, and does that give you any more motivation coming into days like this?
I'm not necessarily motivated by external factors. I'm always in competition with myself. So, obviously, it is a great accomplishment to be invited to the combine, but I don't think it really, plays into effect that much. At the end of the day, you still have to go out and play football. So, it's something I have full belief in my capabilities of, and I am a great football player.
How'd Nate right now throwing you some passes
Very
today?
good, very good. Big shout out to Nate for sure for stepping up and being my guy today. Got here about a week ago and rep, some of the luck with him over the week. So, I'm very appreciative of him for that.
How do you think you ran?
Ran faster a couple times during training, but overall, I feel like the whole day was solid. So.
What did they tell you for your time?
I heard a range. I heard some in the 4.5s. I heard some 4.6s. So, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's just a number, and like I said, you have to go and play football. So at the end of the day, that's something that I'm very confident in myself.
What kind of teams we're trying to talk with? I mean, spoken to you. So.
Throughout the process, I've talked to pretty much every team. So, it's been good.
Any interesting conversations, like coaches that have kind of stuck out to you, like, whoa, that was a good question? Just like you like their perspective a bit?
There's been a couple questions. One stat that I was unaware of, I had 12 career drops, 5 for this year, so a bit uncharacteristic of myself. But again, I can think of all the drops I had this year and kind of why they happened. So, that was definitely a stat that I was intrigued by.
Have you met or talked with the Steelers at all?
No, Steelers are one I haven't met with. I wouldn't be about to go right next door, but at the same time, I'm just very grateful for this process and the teams that have contacted me.
Are you optimistic you'll get drafted? Are you thinking?
Yeah, for sure. My body of work speaks for itself. I put up the numbers, 1,000-yard receiver. I've showed that I'm versatile. I can play inside and outside. I show off good hands, yards after the catch, explosive. I mean, it speaks for itself. So, like I said, I'm very confident in the player I am and know the player that I am. So, at the end of the day, if my name's called, that's a huge bonus. If not, I'm still working. Nothing changes.
Did you consider coming back here?
Yeah. That game in El Paso was definitely stressful. I was wrestling with both ideas, and ultimately that was one of the deciding factors why I chose to come out. Just felt like my heart wasn't in it, but coming back was definitely an option. So.
As you go through this process, you had a teammate who's also a draft eligible receiver, Jordan Addison. I mean, do you keep up with Jordan at all? Do you talk to him ever?
Here and there, over social media and whatnot. He's definitely doing his thing, and I'm very happy for him. So.
Have you heard it all from Kenny Pickett? Has he reached out to you at all through this process?
Here and there, we've spoke a little bit. Obviously, he's on vacation right now doing his thing. So, very happy for him, what he's got going on. But we've talked a little bit.
Your performance in El Paso made you think that you wanted to move on?
Not necessarily. That wasn't the only thing. That was definitely one of the deciding factors, though.
Where have you been since the end of the season? Where have you been working out? What have you been up to?
I've been down in Tampa, the past 9 or 10 weeks. Just getting ready for today.
Who are guys that you're working out with, or is it just all on your own?
Izzy was down there, actually. We were with the same trainer, so that was really cool, just having a guy I'm comfortable with and really just challenging each other. But yeah, there's some other names as well from all around the country.
Just looking at the NFL, I mean, wide receivers can make an impact no matter what round they're taken or even if they're not drafted. Does that give you, just a little extra encouragement about your future, that it doesn't necessarily matter when your name's called, that you're going to have an opportunity to show out at the next level?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, whether you're the first overall pick or the last or the one drafted, the goal stays the same. The goal is to make an impact, to play football. And like I said, I mean, the work doesn't change. Whether I get drafted or go undrafted.
Anything final for this guy? Good. Jared,